Hey guys, this is Unpunk bringing you a video today that has honestly needed to be talked about for a long time. This video is about Cherry Gamer 101 and her effects on myself, my close friend Stalebread, and many other members of the community. The only names that will be stated are things from public knowledge, aka tweets and things of that nature, or permission given by other individuals like my buddy Stale. No other names will be named. They'll stay anonymous. If you guys know who they are, know who I'm referring to, then that's good for you. But if not, then don't stress about it. And please don't ask. So I'm going to first read through the drama and summarize what happened a couple days ago here with Cherry and Milo, actually, Mr. Raffle Waffles. This was tweeted about a lot, so it was all over the place. Most people probably have already heard about this, but basically, she retweets how she had lost respect for Milo about a comment he put on Pat's new video about why he left zombies and hasn't covered zombies in the last 2 years, really. And she says that it's the sort of thing, it's disrespectful that when you made a career on zombies and that's from your passion and generosity off the zombies community, it's just honest crap that he says this. And what he says is, Jason said multiple times that he wants the zombies community to be one of the best on the planet, but also simultaneously cultivated one of the most incestuous, hateful, hyperbolic, privileged, and toxic communities that he has ever seen or ever been a part of. That's Milo's saying that. Milo's saying those are what the community is, not Jason, so don't be confused there. But Jason has wanted to create the best community, and Milo says that it's just not. It's really bad, and a lot of you guys know that this is a toxic community we are in. This isn't about the community. We all know that's there. So that's not what this is about. But she honestly just says how she's lost respect, and, you know, and she's very disappointed in him for saying what he believes. And he responds with just a simple question mark, because he doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. I mean, who really does? She says it was in regards to your latest video, or last comment on Pat's video, blah, blah, blah. We know you're probably talking about the minority of the community, but as a supporter from day one, seeing comments like that cut deep. He responds with, I mean, as long as you aren't one of the toxic community members, I don't see what the problem is. No reason to not call it by its name. I stand by what I said. So he says, you know, the community is what it is, and I'm calling it like it is. Calling it like I see it. And I respect him for that. Thusly, she says, commenting on someone else's video, tarnishing the entire community, saying it's incestuous and toxic. Isn't that a toxic attitude within itself? And he responds, more question marks. And then he says, this is some of the dumbest shit I've seen today, not gonna lie. If I say that this loaf of bread is moldy, does that mean the entire loaf is bad? No, he says there's good parts too. You know, there's always good within the bad, is what he's saying. And he says, honestly, that's a yikes from me, dog, which I thought was hilarious. That just made my day. But he said, really not a fan of the fact that you took it upon yourself to subtweet me and in turn entirely mischaracterize my words while I was trying to support my bud. I'm going to bed. And she goes on to saying, you're one of my favorite creators in the community since we were kids. He's been doing it about 5 years. Not sure you've known him since you were kids. You guys are all about the same age. We're all about 22, 23. So that's a little stupid of wording there. And that she's says that I have donated money and time to be called incestuous and privileged, which again, he didn't call her out by name, so he's not calling her incestuous and privileged unless she is, which we all know she is. She said it hit hard, shouldn't have taken it that way, and I apologize for my knee-jerk reaction. She then goes on to delete her Twitter. She has done this a multitude of times for everyone that follows her, has been around this community for the last year. She has done this at least 10 times that I've seen. 5 or more of those being while I was with her, which if you guys didn't know, well, there you go. I dated her for a little bit, and that was just a big mistake. But she uses this, deleting her Twitter, when she loses an argument, when she doesn't get her way, she uses that as a defense mechanism, deletes her Twitter, deletes her social media, deletes her YouTube, anything relating to her Cherry Gamer, blah, 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 and just runs off and hides, expecting people to chase after her because she wants the attention. She wants to feel good about herself because she just lost. And on another note, she She's turned multiple community members against me, one being that of my good friend, Stale, which you guys heard earlier, but she turned him against me for multiple months because of the fact that she would lie to him in DMs, lie about what I said to her, lie about my relationship with her. For example, I went to sleep one night and she woke up mad at me, or I woke up and she was mad at me. She was talking to my friend Stale, and it was all because the fact that I wasn't giving her attention while I was asleep. If that doesn't sound insane to me, then, or insane to you, I don't know what is. But over a few weeks to a month, I had lost my friend Stale, and we hadn't talked for multiple months within the beginning of this year, because she had been feeding him lies and lies and lies. Even when I had nothing to do with her, I had broken up with her, I had ended our relationship, ended our friendship, completely blocked her. And to note, I had to completely block her on Facebook, 2 different PlayStation accounts, and block 2 of her PlayStation accounts on 2 of mine, as well as block her on both my personal and YouTube Twitter. And she finally resorted to emailing me, which I thought was absolutely just sad. And I was really, really sad. And I finally ended up getting back to where I made friends with Stale. I showed him a couple things and proved some points, and he realized that she was just lying and manipulating him, because that's what she does. She lies and manipulates people to make herself feel better and to get the attention, because she's just very attention seeking. And she's desperate for it. And honestly, it's so sad to see someone like that. She also lies to the community time and time again to get that attention. For an example, she made up an entire Easter egg. If you guys remember, around the beginning of World War II, zombies, there was an Easter egg step supposedly found by a user named CherryGamer101 over on Reddit that was using the blimp, that if you were positioned in the courtyard correctly, to shoot the lightning from the blimp at one of the rods on top of the clock tower, and it would activate another thing, and you had to do that before you completed next to the Easter egg so you could unlock and do something else, an alternate Easter egg ending. When we already had 2, so I was confused on that. But she went and made that whole thing, and she made video on it, and then she goes and tells me this. This is almost a word-for-word quote. This was all over voice chat, so I don't have, of course, any proof on this conversation. But this is, take my word and believe it or don't. It's up to you guys. But she said, I knew the lightning hitting the clock tower wasn't an Easter egg step the whole time, but I just wanted to get some views and make the community hunt more. Because there was really nothing going on. The map was pretty much solved, and there was not any other side Easter eggs that, to my knowledge, we found since that map, and she wanted them to hunt more, so she makes up an Easter egg. And that's just gross. That's just terrible. Why would you do that to the people of the community? First off, to feel valuable about yourself and to get some attention for you and to help kickstart your YouTube. That's just sad. More to note is... well, this next subject is not really one that's to be taken lightly. So if anyone does struggle with this subject at all, feel free to message me, let me know, reach out to me, reach out to my friends, reach out to someone, because it's not a subject that I like to talk about myself, but I know it needs to be noted. I've lost many friends and family members to it as well, and that's on the fact that she's faked her death. She's done it 3 times now, to my knowledge. 2 times while I was with her, and 1 time with her recent boyfriend. And the recent time you guys probably know about. It was somewhere around July or so. She had posted up saying she's gonna be gone for a while, this or that, something. She got in a fight with her boyfriend, probably over something she created, because she's really good at creating drama out of nothing. And she created something. She had a fight, falling out, whatever, with her current significant other, her boyfriend at the time. And she deleted her Twitter, deleted her YouTube again, which, as you guys know, if you want to check if this is legit, and she actually did, go check out her Twitter, or her YouTube account, rather, CherryGamer101, and you can see that there's about 5 videos on her channel right now, because she did this last night or the day before as well. She deleted all of her stuff, and what happens when you delete your YouTube account is it puts private on every single one of your videos ever made. And you can go manually change them back. I only know this because I have done this once myself. And you can go and change and republicize any of your videos. They won't sign notifications, none of that. But they'll make them public again so they can be viewed. Well, she has done that a couple days ago. And as of the time recording this, September 18th, 2018, she has about 5 videos on her YouTube channel right now, all from Blackout, and that's it. No zombies videos, nothing else on there. And back to the point is, she made so many people in the community, from people like Dalek and Greg FPS, you know, people that are just honest, good people and good community members. A lot of people like myself and Stalebread, a lot of people commented on how sad they were, and they were going to miss her because she was gone. Because she had told her boyfriend at the time that she was gone, she's not coming back. And what's so interesting is she had someone named Ross, a apparent ex-boyfriend of hers, from what she had told me when we dated, that had messaged her boyfriend at the time saying, she's gone, it's your fault, I can't believe you'd lead her to this, you made her do this, like, you're a terrible person, I just want to be able to love her again, and all this stuff. And then she goes to call this guy Ross a psychotic ex-boyfriend, blah blah blah, when she reactivates her Twitter and comes back a couple days later from her supposed suicide. And the point of the story here is that exact same situation, almost word for word, by this same Twitter handle of a guy named Ross, which looks like a really easily made up account, or easily something she could have had a handle of because they didn't make posts very recently for months and months of this year. I don't think any of this year had posts about it. I don't know the exact handle anymore, but had done the exact same thing to me back in December of last year when I was actually at work. I was at work and I got a message from this person that I had heard about. I've heard the name and I was like, whoa, what's going on here? And said that she was in the hospital. She tried to kill herself and that he doesn't know what's happening. And they said the exact same thing. I can't believe you'd lead her to do this. Like, I just want her back. I just want to love her. Like, she loved you so much. She cared about you so much. You were so important to her. And that it's your fault, basically. Just to guilt trip you. And it's just so weird and coincidental to me that this would happen 2 times from the same account. And she also had faked her death a second time with me back in January when I had broken up with her. She said it was over, I'm gone, I'm doing it, blah blah blah. Because I didn't want to be with her or be around that toxicity anymore. And all this just combined is just so sad to me. That this is how it has to be. That this is how she has to approach things. It's so sad to see this attention-seeking behavior is put up with by members of the community. That people allow this to go by unnoticed, and that people don't realize this. And so I wanted to make this video just going over all of these points, explaining time and time again how she mistreats members, manipulates people, she talks bad on them, and she just overall is so attention-seeking. I don't have much more to say but that. Again, if anyone's struggling with any kind of hurt, pain, emotional, physical, anything, and you need to reach out to someone, there's plenty of sources to do so. Myself, you always can. You can always request to DM me, and I look at those every day. So if you ever need someone, just reach out to me and say you do, and I will be there for you. I didn't want to have to make this video, but I know it needed to be said, and I know this stuff needed to get out there. So thanks everybody for coming out and checking this out. I hope you guys think about this and make a decision for yourself whether you believe it or not. Again, I don't expect everyone to believe me. I don't expect most people to believe me because this is mostly word of mouth. But this has been Unpunk, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Peace.